Sleeping in the Fire, Live in the Raw. This is 87, the guitar solo. For Robert, first time CVT guitar student. Nice to meet you, dude. And I know you got another one that you want done here soon. And Chris Holmes? Is that who this is? I want to say yeah, just because of the 87. But anyways, tuning for this, at least live, in this concert is down a half step. And the solo comes in at 247. Now I used a certain uploader's name. It's written in your tabs. And that way, when you look at the timestamps that I put in your tabs, you can match them up if you need. There's quite a few timestamps. 12B, 14G, we're going to use index and third. I'd back that with the middle finger. It's unison bends. You're going to hit both the strings, bend the G string a whole step. A whole step means 2 frets. Basically, and the word unison should be a hint, but you're bending an A to a B. So we're already pressing a B down here. So you're going to do that 7 times. 7th one, got slow rest and release the bend. Make sure you don't release all those when you're coming back. Like, you actually want to stop that with the pick. Just stick it on the strings and act as if you're palm muting. This is a lot of pentatonics. 12G, pick, hammer on to 14, pull off to 12, pick the 14D. And another cool thing, Robert, is you've probably heard me, I don't know how long you've been on my channel, but I talk about subgrouping a lot, and it's just a concept that I used. I came up with that term, but there's other people that use other terms. It's taking a few notes and just making riffs out of them, or loops, and from rest to rest in your tabs. That's one way you can subgroup, but you can subgroup them 2 notes at a time if you want. But that's one. Okay, and then 252 is our next one, and this is just E minor pentatonic. Just straight ascending scale. Starting on string 6, the low E, we're going to go 12, 15. 12, 15, E, and then on the A, D, and G, 12, 14s. And I would alternate pick. This is kind of moderate tempo, so some of it you can experiment with whether you want to alternate pick or not. But the speed of this one, he's probably alternate picking. And then we're back to that unison bend. We're already set up for half of it, 14G and then 12B. We're going to do 3 of the unison bends. And then more unison bends here. 12E, 15B. So if you want a unison bend on the E and B string, we got to skip 2 frets, but on the others it's just skipping 1 fret. Alright, so, and that's going to be, just back that 3rd finger with the middle, put it maybe fret 14, anywhere behind, just to help stabilize the bend. 4 bends, and then a rest, and then 2 more with a release. Again, hold and release. Okay, and then our next timestamp's 257. A cool thing with unison bends is you should hear waves if you're out of tune. If as the waves start to slow down, it means you're approaching the target note. If you go past the target note, the waves will be fast, and then, or they'll be slow, and then they'll speed up as you get away from it. So right there is our notes. If you hear waves, you're a little bit out. Okay. 257, we're going to go 12B to 15 and then pull off to 12 to 14G. Experiment with fingering on that. Unison bend 14, 12, GB. We're going to bend the G. And then 12, 15 on the B, pull off to 12. And then another unison bend. So it's 2 times of that. Except the second one, you don't have to do the 14 by itself. Double dots, that means repeat in music 4 times. I would start with an upstroke on 12B, down on 15, pull off to 12, down on 14G, and that's going to be 4 times. So, right, so. Index finger, touch underneath the G string so we don't get an accidental pull off coming off our bend. And those are riffs to practice all over the place, man. Anyways, a lot of cool riffs you can mess with here. More unison bends. 14 on the G, 12B. You're gonna go 2 times. First one's just a bend. Second one's a bend release. So you'll go 12 on the G, hammer 14, pull 12, 14D, vibrato. 2 times on that. Third finger, 12E. These are pentatonics. He's just coming a different way at it, and you also want to alternate pick this. So 12E, 10, 12A, slide to 14, alternate pick 12, 14, D and G. That gives you this. Okay, unison bend again, same spot. That's convenient. You're right where you need to be. 14, 12, GB, bend 4 times. 306 is our next timestamp. 12D, hammer 14. Pick twice. Pick again. So it's slowed down here. 11G twice. Half step bend release. So if a whole step's 2 frets, a half step's 1 fret. Good ear training is to pick the note that you're bending it to. Go back, keep that in your ear. Use your thumb as an anchor. Or you can bend up. I like down on this. On the D, 14, 12, 14. On the G, 11, 11. Half step bend release. 9, hammer 11, pick 11 vibrato. So it's 12B, 14G, unison bend. We're bending the G. Again with the release. On the G, you go 12, 11, 12, 14, 14. Bend, hold, release, and then 12, hammer 14. Okay, that's the end of page 2. Page 3, 14G vibrato. And then timestamp 318, we're going to go 14G, bend, bend, release. So like I said, stop the note after the bend, then come back, do the bend release. 12, 11, 12, 11, hammer 12, pull 11. Sounds like this. To 14D. So it's on the D, 14, 12, hammer 14, 14. Next line down, 14, 12, hammer 14. And then go 14, 12. 15, pull 14 on the A twice. 12, hammer 14. So that A string is all technique, right? Experiment with fingering. 15, pull 14 on the E. 12, hammer 14. So a lot of techniques from there. You'd have okay, 325. Ted Nugent used to do this a lot. It's tapping, but he's using the pick. And you're going to go to the 12th fret here. Take the pick, and we're going to tap onto the 15th fret. Pull it off to 12 8 times, and it's fast. You're going to go from there up to the B string, same thing. So same thing, 14, 12 on the G and D. You get a little sharper tag with a pick than if you were to use your finger, but you can use your finger. Hear the difference though? Now as I'm moving up, I'm touching the above string to keep it clean, and I'm also using my palm as a drag. So we don't get, we got distortion, so you don't want unwanted noise is the idea with that. But that's just outlining an E minor pentatonic scale. style does a lot of that stuff too. And then he continues the tapping concept, but it's all on the E string, 6 times, and 15-12. From there, continue on, but just move a half step up to 16. Keep the 12 the same. 17, 18. Slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 taps on each. When you get up to 19, that's where it'll end. So, got 2 times and then 19 tap slide twice. Just slides it up. May get take some getting used to tapping with the pick. You've got to angle that correctly. Alright, let's move on. 335 timestamp, 15B, let's use our 3rd finger and back it with a couple. Bend, pick, pre-bend, pick, pick, bend, vibrato. It's a lot of stuff for one note. It's so 337 is our next timestamp. Also, vibratoing off a bend can be tricky. I haven't heard you play, so when you get to the target note, try to vibrato. If our target's here, we're bending to it. Try to keep the vibrato like a mini quick bend. A lot of times people do that and it drops, so try to keep it there. Upstroke. This is actually alternate pick, starting with an upstroke. 337. This is a cool run. It's actually no. I'm losing it. There it is. E and B, 15B, 14G. Follow that picking. 12B, and then on the G go 15, 12, 14. Hold, then release vibrato. So it's 11G. And then 339, our next timestamp. This is where he kind of speeds things up a little. A lot of legato stuff, a lot of hammers and pulls. 17, pull 15, 14, hammer 15, 17, pull 14, hammer 15, 14. Here's what it is slow. Fast. Okay, top of page 4. I think we have 5 pages total. On the B string, same concept. 17, pull 15, 14, hammer 15, pull 14. Sounds like this, slow. Fast. On the G, go 16. I'd use middle finger. Same concept here with some slides. Hammer 17, pull 16, 14, slide to 12. Sounds like this. Hammer 14, pull 12. So it's okay. Slide to 11, hammer 12, pull 11. So alright. And I lost my spot. Hold on here. Where the heck did that go? Oh, found it. On the D string, 14, pull 12, 11. And then hammer 12, 14, pull 12, 11. Hammer 12, pull 11, slide 9. Here it is slow. Okay, from there, 12 12A down, 9D up, 12A down. Bend, release, pull off to 10. That's like this. And obviously we want to pull down. We don't want to bend off the neck. Blue stuff. 12E-A-E, down, up, down. Just shift the knuckle rather than, and then 10A. So that from the 12-9 is this. .344, 10th fret on the B string. Third finger we're gonna bend. Stop the note, pick. Pre-bend, release. So it's, and then 8-7-8. And then up on the 7B, hammer 8, down on 9G, 8 times. It's right, so 350, some hammer-on stuff here with the scales.